dear children. So in the previous class we discussed up to dockyards, the features we were going through it. So let's start once again with the last feature which we discussed, trade. So as I told you in the previous class that there were two types of trade followed in the Harappan civilization. One was inter-regional trade and the other one was trade outside Indian subcontinent. So inter-regional trade, the most important article was food grains and other raw materials. The villagers supplied the essential food grains to the town peoples. Merchants used to import precious stones, metals and other articles from southern and eastern India. And the second one, the Harappan people also had extensive trades with Sumer, Egypt, Crete, and there are many literary evidences been found from Mesopotamia which shows that there was a good trade relations with Mesopotamians. The Harappan peoples, they had trading relations with Mesopotamia. Large number of Harappan seals also has been excavated from Mesopotamia, from the cities like Susa, Ur, Nippur and Kis. All this indicates that trade relation existed between Mesopotamians as well as the Harappan peoples. So there was a good relation between the Harappans and the Mesopotamians on the basis of trade. This we discussed in the previous class and we ended our topic previously. So now let's start with the other important features. Few are there, we'll complete it within a few minutes. The next one is art and craft. The next important features is art and craft. So definitely the people living in the Harappan civilization, they were very much indulged in art and craft also. Some artistic skills also has been found from the excavations. Now the first important art or the artistic feature we can discuss over here is that the bearded man. Number one we have is bearded. Next, bearded. Is the bearded man. So, bearded man, as you know that people nowadays there is a fashion of keeping beards. So, bearded man, the art has been found in the Mesopotamian Harappan civilization. So, you can see the picture how the picture was it was properly depicted. You can see that the statue of the bearded man which is in front of you is 7 inches long, made of soft stone. The 7 inches long with made of soft stone. The beard, the eyes, nose and the ears were beautifully carved. It is beautifully carved out of soft stone with great artistic skill. So this is the bearded man. The next one we have is a statue of a dancing girl. Statue of a dancing girl. The picture is given over here. You can see it in a dance posture. So the most significant statue excavated from the Mesopotamian civilization was the statue of a dancing girl. The picture is given over here. You can have a look over it. It is 4.5 inches in height. Dancing girl, which is 4.5 inches in height. Picture you can see it, 4.5 inches in height. So apart from all this, a bearded man made of soft stone and the dancing girl made out of bronze. Okay, it's a bronze sculpture. And apart from all this, large number of bronze images also have been found at Mohenjo-daro. Large number of bronze images has been found, or we can say excavated at Mohenjo-daro. Out of this image of a buffalo, image of a buffalo, then again a ram or a goat. You can see ram or a goat. So all these are of a great artistic skill. Several human and animal terracotta figurines have been found at Mohenjo-daro. So pictures over here. These are the terracotta figurines which have been found at Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. So terracotta figurines. So you can see the skill of the people of those time. They were filled with great art. They were artists. They had great artistic skill in them. So the example is the bearded man, then the bronze dancing girl made of bronze. Okay, so these are some of the artistic skill of the Harappan peoples. The next one we will discuss about pottery. Pottery, pots. So pictures are given over here. You can go through it. Various types of pots were made. Pottery was of very much use in the Harappan civilizations. Clay pottery was burned and the surface was painted with color. Clay potteries were made. It was burned and later on it was painted with color. The pictures of birds, animals, humans. Okay, birds, animals and human figures were made on the pottery. So definitely it was used for storing some type of food grains and some other like they could even keep water in that. So potteries are of various types. It is given over here. You can go through it. So early Indus pottery I have given over here. You can go through it. So potteries. So large number of potteries were also found. People, let us say occupation. The people also knew the art of pottery making. That I should say they knew the art of making pots. Clay potteries was burned and the surface was painted with color. So pottery. The next one is ornaments. Next one is ornaments. So people of the Harappan civilization, they also used to wear ornaments. Ornaments were worn by both men and women. Like both men and women of Indus civilization were fond of ornaments, and these ornaments were made of gold, silver, and copper. The ornaments were decorated with stones like jade, carnelian, lapis lazuli. Okay, lapis lazuli. Okay, then ornaments like a necklace, finger rings, armlets were used by both men and women. So we can say that both men and women of Indus civilizations were fond of ornaments, and those ornaments were made of gold, silver, and copper. So pictures over here. You can go through that. Now next one we have is seals. Next one we have is seals. So during the excavations, the excavators, more than 2,000 seals have been found from the Harappan settlements. More than 2,000 seals have been found from the Harappan settlements. Generally, these seals are square in shape. Square in shape. In the square, all the sides are equal. Square in shape. And some of the seals were round shape. Some of the seals were of round shape. These seals were there. Square shape, round shape were also found. And the designs on the seals were covered with the pictures of animals. Wide range of animals. That means the people of Harappan civilization, they were known to animals. They knew about animals. Whichever animals they knew about them, those pictures were depicted on the seals. Okay. Some seals show the use of various geometric patterns also. Geometric patterns. You know geometric patterns. geometric patterns. This type of patterns were also depicted. These type of patterns were also depicted in the seals. Now, the most important seal which was found in the Harappan civilization was horned deity sitting in a yogic posture. The horned deity sitting in a yogic posture, and this yogi is surrounded by animals, surrounded by many animals, and this yogi has been identified as God Pasupati. This yogi has been identified, this person sitting in a yogic posture and surrounded by animals has been identified by the scholars. They have given the opinion that this might be God Pasupati. Okay, and the seals of the Harappan civilization demonstrated the superb skill and artistics. That means superb skill of the artisans. The artisans during those time, they had made this type of that means art, which is even today people cannot do it. So they were of great art. That means superb skill was there among the artisans. So another figure shown on the seals is a unicorn with a single protruding horn. Unicorn with a single protruding horn. Okay. So two seals, more than 2000 seals were found, but two important we discussed: God Pasupati seal, okay, and the other one is unicorn seal with a single protruding horn, one horn animal. Okay, so that was there. So this is all about the seals. I think seals are very important because seals excavated during those time throws that means enough light to know more about the Harappan civilization, or else we don't have any other information regarding the Harappan civilization apart from the excavated materials, pottery, ornaments and all. So this seals throws light on the Harappan civilization to great extent. Now the next one we have is the Indus script. Script. Letters. Did they read and write? Of course they used to read and write, but till today no one could understand what the letters were and what was the language they spoke, because many of the seals discovered from Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were engraved with pictorial writings. So this type of letters were used by the people of the Harappan civilization, but till today there is a mystery. The script is still a mystery. The script is still a mystery to us because our scholars fail to read the script. That means till now the script of the Harappan civilization could not be deciphered. It could not be deciphered properly. Nobody could understand the alphabets. Like we have A, B, C, D and all, and all, many alphabets. Accordingly we make. But till today our scholars could not read the script. So we do not know the language the Harappan used to speak. Which language did the Harappan use to speak? And which language they used to write? So the scholars have listed nearly 400 distinct signs. 400 distinct different signs they have listed, and all we know is that they wrote from right to left. They used to write to left. So accordingly, this is my right. So this way they used to write. We write from left to right. Left to right we write, and they used to write from here. Right to left. The Harappan, they used to write from right to left, and we used to write from left to right. This is our system. Okay. So apart from all this, and so one thing is very clear: once the script is deciphered, which we can understand properly, then it will reveal more about the Harappan civilization. The unknown facts about the Harappan civilization we can know about it. But let's hope that our scholars they try to decipher the script of the Harappan civilizations, which will throw more light on the Harappan civilization. So this is all about This is all about the Harappan, some of the important features which we discussed in the previous class also. We discussed about the urban planning, town planning, drainage system, building and houses, the great bath, granary, the assembly hall. Okay. Then we discussed about citadel, dockyards, seals, and in the script also we discussed. And apart from that, trading relations they had with the Mesopotamians, art and craft, pottery, ornaments, all this we discussed. So now the last part we are going to discuss is such a great civilization, in the beginning of our civilization we can say that how did this civilization come to an end? How did this civilization come to end? That means decline of the Harappan civilization, cause of decline. So cause of decline. Such a great civilization which were filled with great artistic skills and all. Religion even was there. They used to worship the yogic posture, sitting and being confirmed as God Pasupati. That means religion also was there during those times. People believed in religion, definitely. Okay, religion was there. And assembly hall, people used to attend assemblies, Sabha and all these assemblies were there, Sabha assembly. So the highly advanced civilization, how did it come to an end? How did this civilization come to an end? So once again here we will be discussing about the opinions being put forward by various scholars. So the first important opinion is that as you know that the civilization was settled on the banks of river Indus. So with a gradual silting of the Indus beds, it started filling it up and water level rose high. Because if suppose for example a river, if it is filled with the silts, then definitely the water level will go high and it will overflow. The same thing happened. With a gradual silting of a bed of river Indus, the water level rose high, okay, and especially during rainy season, which resulted to flood, and that flood devastated and swept the entire city. So many of the scholars are of the opinion that this great civilization came due to flood, Mohenjo-daro. So there is a movie called Mohenjo-daro. At last you might have seen the river water is flooded. The flood destroyed the entire city of Mohenjo-daro. So you might have gone through that movie. So houses were erected on raised foundations. So you know that that is why the proof is that the houses were built on the raised platforms, citadels were there in order to avoid from flood and all. So houses were also erected on raised platform. Okay, that was to avoid the danger of flood. The extensive use of burned bricks instead of dried bricks at Mohenjo-daro testified the danger of flood. So burned bricks definitely will not break, but the other brick, that is dried brick, definitely when it comes in contact with water, it will dissolve and it will break. Okay, that will be a danger. That is why the people use burned bricks in order to make houses. So that was to avoid the danger of flood. So number one reason is maybe it came to an end due to flood. Okay. Then number two, that means shift of the river course. Shift of the river course. Shift of the river course. So definitely, so gradually drying up of a Ghaggar-Hakar river system was one probably cause of decline of civilization, because the change of river course made Ghaggar river waterless. The Ghaggar river became waterless and created problem for the towns located on the rivers. So wherever we need water, we need definitely water, and definitely if the aridity increases and the shift of river course definitely will lead to the decline. So suppose for example, if there is no water in Jaigaon, what will the people do over here? Will shift to the other place where water is there. So the civilization was settled on the banks of river Indus and its tributaries. So once the course of the river started changing, when river changed their courses due to aridity, dryness, the people's life became very, very difficult over there. That is why either they perished or they shifted to some other places, later on which came to an end. So that is all about the shift of river course. And third one, which is mostly accepted by the scholars, coming of Aryans. Coming of Aryans. As you know that Aryans, the history of Aryans we study in the second chapter of the ancient civilization. After Harappans, we study about Aryans. So many of the scholars were of the opinion that Aryans led to the decline of this great civilization. So the date, little bit of changes are there. Scholars have pointed out, many of the scholars have pointed out that the provisional date of the decline of the Harappan civilization is 1800 BC. 1800 BC. This is the provisional date, not a fixed date. Provisional date is 1800 BC. But the Aryans are believed to have arrived here not earlier than 1500 BC. So Aryans came not earlier than 1500 BC. The date of decline, provisional date is 1800, and the 1500 is the date of coming of the Aryans, not earlier than 1500 BC. So the Harappans and the Aryans are unlikely to meet each other. So there is no chances of meeting. It doesn't mean that Aryans came and they destroyed the Harappans. It is not like that, because there is a gap between the end of a civilization and coming of the Aryans. So gap is there. So Harappans and Aryans are unlikely to meet each other. So neither Mohenjo-daro nor Harappans yielded any other evidences of military assault. There is no such evidences that Aryans were the fighting race. They came, they killed, war took place, battle took place, and they ended the civilization and started their life in that region. So there is no such evidences. And then the last one, the last important cause definitely we talk about is so let me write it over here. Last one which is the felling of trees, deforestation. Definitely deforestation. So deforestation, let me tell you. So, deforestation, cutting down of trees. So the last one, scholars are of the opinion that due to the excessive use of forest that led to the change in the ecology of the region. So excessive deforestation caused by felling of trees in order to burn bricks and all, and to cook food and all, and even to make houses and all, that lead to a great ecological defect. This condition caused strain on the earth and on the entire economy. There started a gradual movement of population from that place. So people started to move from that place. So deforestation brought an ecological imbalance, and people found it difficult to survive in that region. So they started to move from that place and to settle in some other places. For this reason, Harappan people moved towards Gujarat and eastern areas away from the Indus. That means the population shifted towards Gujarat and the eastern region of India. So this ultimately led to the decline of the Harappan civilization. So once again, first one, due to flood might be. The Harappan civilization might have ended due to flood. Number two, shift of the river course. It might have changed the river course, started flowing from some other ways, making the life of the people difficult, and then coming of the Aryans, they say. The Aryans, they came, they fought, they killed, and they ended the civilization, they say. But that is also not proved. There is a big difference. The next one is deforestation. Deforestation for the use of in order to burn bricks and all, woods were cut from the forest, and this way that led to the deforestation, causing imbalance in the geographical region, which led to the people to move to other places, and they moved or shifted to Gujarat and eastern region of India, which led to the decline of Harappan civilization. So dear children, so we have come to the end of this chapter also, Harappan civilization. So the short questions I have given in the first part of this chapter, you might have gone through the link. So first short questions I have given over here, and in this video I will be giving you the structured questions which will carry 10 marks each. 3 parts will be there, 3, 3, 4, 3 plus 3 plus 4. So that type of questions I will give it over here. Few will be there, and that also you have to do it in your copy. So I hope you all have understood the chapter. So if you have any doubts or queries, you can go through the comment section, or you can email me. You can also mail me. I am giving you my email. Better I'll give you the email in my description box there only. So whichever queries if you have, you can write a mail to me, and email address I have given in the description. So download link is given below. Check it, download the questions, do the question answers. If you have any doubts, any problems, okay, you can just email me. I'll definitely I will definitely reply to your emails. So for this much for today. Thank you very much for listening to me. We'll meet again in the next class with a new chapter. So let me tell you in advance which will be the next chapter. So Vedic age. Chapter number 2 from history is Vedic age, where we'll discuss about the early Vedic age and the later Vedic age. Okay. So till then, take care. Bye bye.